everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Packers going up against the Buccaneers.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little leaguer there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So a 1st down and 5 for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Adams the man in motion right. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. To throw, Kaiser. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of...
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
2nd down following the incompletion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A 2nd down throw now for Kaiser. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. Do you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the 1st quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And a little little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Kaiser on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Let's go.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Let's go. Ohio. Let's go.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Kaiser. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he fires one incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here's Kaiser out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Now let's go. 3-19. No, check. Patriot.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Second down, here's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. First is Garoppolo. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Quick hitch, complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
From the gun, Kaiser. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now a handoff for Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Good move by Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On first down, it's Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen get when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go. What? None. Ohio. 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 Shoot. Here we go.
2nd down, Kaiser. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that one will be accepted. The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Gurley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go. Brand 38.
Another carry now for Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The toss, it's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Garoppolo on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Here we go. 3-19.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, look at that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on 1st down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. There he goes inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They give him a gain of 38.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes it...
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Throw left side complete. It's Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over. Here we go now.
On play action, now Garoppolo looking for Shepard deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Trey Burton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. They find some open field here. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a give running left for Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Gurley. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
Now Kaiser. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here we go.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Ohio. 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 Come on.
Kaiser here looking to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 32-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go. What?
Now Gurley, handoff left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Come on, let's go. 38.
On the counter, Gurley. And some space here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Brian Anger now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be...